Hello YouTube, welcome to our channel where we try to predict the results of the Premier League game week every week, always chasing that perfect 10 out of 10.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you like what we're doing, turn on your notifications.
Let's go! Alright, so first things first, Spurs lost 2-7 at home to Bayern Munich.
After being 1 goal up.
Yeah, so according to ex-Gunner Serge Gnabry, quote unquote, London is red. North London is red.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Brighton vs Spurs, first game. Alright, Brighton lost 2-0 at Chelsea last weekend, having only 1 shot on target, although they had quite an even possession for the game. Spurs won 2-1 at home against Southampton before they lost that 2-7 at home in the Champions League. Aurier is suspended due to 2 yellow cards from last game. So
I think there's a stat or something that said like Serge Aurier is one of the highest recipients of like red cards. He's like up there with like Sergio Ramos.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's always getting reds.
I would like to say Brighton has a chance of drawing, but they just haven't been able to score that many goals on the whole. So if you can't score, you can't win, and even a draw is probably unlikely. Spurs will probably bounce back from that horrendous result and humiliation. So even though they're away, I'm expecting a Spurs win.
Yeah, just from their results, it does seem like they're more focused on the league. It's just night and day, the results that they've been seeing in the league and Champions League. So I wouldn't be surprised if they get a win in this game.
Cool, so Spurs win. Next one is Burnley vs Everton. Burnley drew 2-2 at Villa. It was entertaining to watch because Burnley had so much fight in them while they were behind most of the game. Everton lost 1-3 at home on the other hand. Against Man City, they had 8 shots on target, which with less possession, which is pretty decent against City. Yeah. Coleman played pretty well, I felt, and I think it will be a box-to-box game, this one, Burnley vs Everton. Everton conceding away too many goals though, so I'm calling a tight 2-1 win for Burnley because they're at home.
Could be. It's like I'm not sure what to expect from Burnley, but with regards to Everton, I just feel that as outsiders, me for example, I put a lot of faith in Moise Kean being the guy to get the goals for Everton. Yeah, because Calvert-Lewin is outshining him. And I don't think Calvert-Lewin was ever a prolific goal scorer.
It's just very inconsistent. So based on that, I just feel that they probably had like a really good go at City and just didn't win. So it's going to be, not at City, but like against City. So I think this one, probably Burnley because of consistency. They've been pretty good. 2 goals, a lot of games. So yeah, 2-1 I'm calling.
Okay, cool. Burnley.
Yep. Next one is Liverpool vs Leicester. Liverpool robbed Sheffield, winning 1-0 away, I feel. Winning even when you're playing bad is what makes you a top team. So that's why they're at the top at the moment. Anfield should be psyched up though after that tight Champions League game. They were 3 up and then conceded 3, and then in the second half Salah scored 1 and that was that 4-3 at the end. Leicester on the other hand are 3rd in the table at the moment. Pretty impressive.
Deservedly.
Yeah, they've been scoring a lot. Beating Newcastle 5-0 last weekend. They will be a problem for Liverpool though, I think, because of their speed and chemistry.
Yeah.
And even Klopp himself has said that Vardy will run right after poor defense issues in the extra midweek game. So Liverpool could be tired, and I feel they will have to dig deep because they don't have that much rotation.
No.
Not like City. So this fixture was a draw last season, and I can see that happening again. So this will be their first dropped points. Yeah, I feel.
It's a big call on our part, I think, because who would think that Liverpool, after what is now 7 wins? 7 wins. that Leicester, as well as they have been doing, would be the team to put them out. You would assume it's going to be like a team like Man City.
Hang on, they're third though.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. So it's like...
They're not doing bad.
Yeah, no, they're not. But I mean...
They've won it before.
Yes.
As well.
Yes. Yes. Big call. But... I do think kind of the signs are there.
Yeah.
Liverpool's defense has been leaky for a while.
Yes.
They conceded 3 against the last game. After being 3-0 up, I don't know if that's complacency or what. And I mean, yeah, Vardy.
Yeah.
We'll say a draw in that game.
Draw. Alright, next one is Norwich versus Villa. Another 2-0 away loss for Norwich again, which was predicted. By the way, we predicted 8 games last week.
Yes.
That was pretty sick.
Yes.
Arsenal United drew, and we thought Arsenal was going to win, which was possible.
Yeah.
And the other one was which one?
Went to the West Ham one that
West Ham Bournemouth. It was a draw. I originally thought a draw, like before we started recording, and then Prev sort of persuaded me and said probably going to be a West Ham win.
No, didn't I say a Bournemouth win? But because Rog had more faith in West Ham than I did, and I thought, Bournemouth will get the win there. Was right for the most part, but that's not what counts. The result is what matters. So
8, close,
very close.
Nearly getting that 10 out of 10. But anyway, back to Norwich versus Villa. Another 2-0 away loss for Norwich, as predicted at Palace last weekend. Consistency is a major issue for them. They always seem to win at home and then lose away, and not even score away.
That's consistent in a way.
Okay, fair enough. And on the other side, Villa drew, as mentioned before. This should be another box-to-box game, I feel. I'm favouring Norwich though, due to their good home record. So.
I think with this one, logic just prevails here. Norwich, they lose away, they win at home. They're playing at home, Norwich win.
Go with that. Next one, Watford versus Sheffield. Watford had more possession and attempts on target, but couldn't find the back of the net in their 2-0 loss against Wolves. So they are still at the bottom. Sheffield played a great game against the leaders. I'm backing Sheffield because of how they perform in the games that I watch. And looking back, if they can beat Everton 2-0 away, that's a pretty good team. Even though they're from the Championship last season, they're proving to be at least a mid-table team. I've probably said that before in a previous prediction. So they could do the same at Watford. I feel Sheffield would.
I mean, look, Sheffield must feel terribly hard done to come away with a loss against Liverpool.
Yeah, for sure.
They deserve
a draw, for sure.
But I mean, just to speak on Liverpool a bit, when we were mentioning about them, it's like they play ugly, they get the win, they 3 goals, they were 3, okay, they drew the game, but they had to dig deep to find the win. That's kind of the sign of champions.
Yeah, it is. It is, and they are still undefeated. But I don't think they'll be undefeated for the whole season though.
No, their squad isn't deep enough for that.
There is only one invincible team. Anyway, West Ham versus Palace. So, actually, sorry, Watford versus Sheffield. You agree with Sheffield?
Sheffield
win.
Tight Sheffield.
Yeah, tight by 1 goal, I think. West Ham versus Palace. The Hammers drew 2-2 at Bournemouth. Stats looked very even. Yarmolenko, Anderson and Hall are all with either a goal or assist. Palace won at home, as mentioned. This game really depends on which Palace team comes up to play at West Ham. Is it the one that beat United 2-1 away, or the team that lost 4-0 away at Spurs? I feel could be a draw, but I'm more confident on West Ham. They're like 5th at the moment, I think, just behind us. So they're doing pretty good, and Yarmolenko and Anderson, all they're starting to warm up to the season. I feel that they're clicking.
I've never really given West Ham the respect that they probably deserve. Hence my prediction from last week. So I'm going to try and listen to Roger Moore on that. And yeah, I'm going to give them a bit more respect. So we're going to say a West Ham win here.
Cool. Next one is Arsenal versus Bournemouth. We drew at United in a very underwhelming game. I feel we needed Ozil, but he wasn't even on the bench. We really needed his creativity, I think. Ceballos is really good with the ball, but probably not so much in terms of those tricky through balls that no one expects. And Ozil's just pretty, yeah, he's the master of that, I have to say. Guendouzi did well, and really looking forward to watching him play in that form with seasons and games to come. Bellerin and Tierney still haven't played a Premier League game this season yet, and looking forward to that, and I feel they will make a difference. They played in the Europa League game and they're going to play tonight. I don't know if they're going to be on the team, but if they do play tonight, then will they play on the weekend? I'm not sure. I don't know what Emery's logic is in team picks. Sometimes I feel he's always not picking the best team for the opponents, and I guess if you go on social media, a lot of people agree with that. So being at home, probably an Arsenal win, if no injuries tonight.
I would say an Arsenal win as well. I was going to say about what hot form Callum Wilson is in. But that being said, the counter to that is Aubameyang on the other team. He's just as hot, so got to say Arsenal win.
Alright, next game, Man City versus Wolves. City won as mentioned, and De Bruyne, who was rested for the Champions League game, is in top form. His passes and crosses are just so accurate.
That assist,
like through the people and then landing at the right speed, right position for like a perfect strike.
It felt like the striker didn't even need to put power into his header. It just was so perfect. He just ran. And the assist came and just hit him in the head and went in.
Just come on, it's like FIFA accuracy 100 or something like that. It's ridiculous.
I just think, especially as you mentioned, De Bruyne had been rested midweek. You know that boy is coming with fire. In the league. And he's just so good. But Man City win.
Next is Southampton versus Chelsea. Southampton had more possession and extra man for most of the game at Spurs and still lost 2-1. Ouch. They will be hoping to do better at home this week. Chelsea won 2-0 as mentioned, but they travelled to France for a Champions League game, which they won. And then Abraham scored again, so he's in form. He didn't score last week,
but he came close.
Yeah, he did. But he was my captain. He failed me. Damn it. So I think they are in a winning run at the moment, Chelsea. So I can see them winning again at Southampton, who've been poor basically. Just a nod from Crow.
No, it's like no. I mean Chelsea. They're I feel like I'm saying the same thing every week. They always show fight, they always show courage, and they play as a unit. There's not much that can beat that. I mean, when they played Liverpool, it was a good performance that they put in.
Yeah, true.
Tammy Abraham, although he didn't score last week, he was dangerous. They've got threats all over the park. Mason Mount, as usual. Pulisic didn't even play before. I think he was just on the bench. But the team still look great. Gotta say, Chelsea win here.
Chelsea win. Next is Newcastle versus Man United. Newcastle got thrashed at Leicester, as we mentioned. They have major defensive issues, which Man United can take advantage of.
Have to take advantage of.
United drew at home, as mentioned, but Paul Pogba and Jesse Lingard were fairly unimpressive, I feel. It'd be a very big worry if United can't win at Newcastle. Rashford's back, although he didn't score. I don't think he made much of a difference even. So I know Martial's injured, but that shouldn't be
I think, but
the only reason you're not performing well.
I think Martial's value is increasing because he's injured. When he plays, he's not that effective. It's just that now he's not playing, and we're like, we really could use someone who could like be a threat other than James.
Yeah. I hope they win because it will make the season much more entertaining with more contenders for the top 6. But otherwise, I would be worried for you.
I am very worried, man.
They could end up mid-table. So yeah, hopefully you guys win.
I hope so. And like Roger put it perfectly. If we can't beat a team like Newcastle, we're in much bigger trouble than any of us ever thought, and we already think we're in big trouble.
Alright, so fantasy. Now, I have been behind, but I'm slowly catching up.
Yeah.
I made a 6 points advance behind Prev's team last week, and so
we just ran the numbers now, and you're just about 35 points behind.
Yes,
it's really not that much this early on in the season.
So yeah, if I have like a good game or a good week, I'd probably catch up. But yeah, so looking ahead, I've made the change already this week, so I won't have the double change next week. But I feel that it was a very needed swap. I don't see Everton doing well consistently, so I've taken Digne out, and instead I've put in Cresswell, who's in West Ham, who I think have shown quality consistently as a team. So and he's been just playing for 2 games so far, and he's making really good returns for those 2 games. So
he's got about 20 points in those 2 games.
Yeah, more than 20 points. So I feel at this value, he will definitely go up eventually. That's a good swap. And I've got my next transfer planned already. I've got 2.2 mil in the bank, so probably going to take out Pookie, because I feel although he gets 2 or sometimes 3 goals at home, he doesn't get any points the other week when he's playing away, then basically you're only getting half his value, and then there's no point for me. I prefer someone who I can have the option of putting in every week. So with that in mind, I'm going to swap him out and take another striker. I will reveal that next week, and then hopefully, I'll keep Cantwell on because he was value when I bought him. So for the moment, I think I'm pretty happy with my team. I've got a few transfers in the making, in the line, ready. Otherwise, this will be my team for this week.
And for me, I think I'm keeping in tradition with always looking for the big names. So I let go of Pepe. He just wasn't doing enough, wasn't looking like he's gonna do enough, and his value was just plummeting. I've already lost 200k on him, so he's out the team, and I've brought in one Sadio Mane at 11.6 million. I've also captained him because, as we said, De Bruyne only a 50% chance of playing. So yeah, Mane hoping to get something, even though we predicted a draw for that game. Maybe a 2-2 draw. So hopefully he can get me some points.
That's what matters.
Yeah, and I also took out De Gea. Just because, 2 reasons. One, I don't have much faith in Man United's defense. Although I was thinking against Newcastle, I think a clean sheet is very possible. But I took him out in order to fund this Mane transfer. So yeah, this is my team for this coming week.
Alright, so that concludes our prediction and fantasy chat. So we'll see you next time. Happy game week.
Yes.
Catch you next time. Happy game week.